Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into something really exciting: how to build a multi-turn conversational AI using LangChain. This AI will handle dynamic conversations, ask follow-up questions, and process automations like booking flights, hotels, or confirming doctor appointment. Any use case we can pick up and it will solve. So let's get started. So, what exactly is LangChain first? Well, LangChain is an open source framework that makes it easy to build AI driven applications using large language models. And the most important use case of LangChain is to adopt any kind of model it can enable, whether it is a open source, any models like Llama, Google Flanty 5, or it is a paid one like ChatGPT or Anthropic, any particular models. So today we will using to create a chatbot that interacts with users over multiple turns. Like it's keep tracking of the missing information and completes task once all required details are collected. For example, think of a chatbot that books a flight ticket. It needs a traveler's name, number of passengers, source, from where you want to book a flight ticket, destination, and travel date. But what if user don't provide all the details in one shot? So that's where our AI steps in. It keeps asking question until it gathers all the necessary information. We can see one of the diagram here. So we have kind of transactional bot bot screen where user asks the questions and it keeps asking question until we get all the slots. What I mean by slots here, so let's go into the code base first. We need these particular libraries, so I'm installing this. I'm running all the code cells in front of you so that you can get an idea how it works. Then we load the keys. I'm using the OpenAI API keys, so this is the step. Then we are creating an object of OpenAI. We are using the temperature equals to 0 because we are not going to do any creative work in terms of text generation. We are just doing what exactly the factual information we have. So the OpenAI class, then LLM chain, sequential chain. I will also show you the case of sequential chain, how we can use it. Then prompt template is required, so all those imports I've did. Then here we have the first slot instruction chain. So just see this. So we have the prompt template. We are assigning one role to this prompt to LLM by asking LLM, you are an assistant that extract booking information given the existing slots and the new user input. So user will be giving information of any particular slot. So these are the slots I'm calling: name, number of passengers, source, destination, travel date, check-in time, date, how many nights he wants to stay in the hotel. All those are kind of slots for us. Any business use case we call it slots. So return the results in a JSON dictionary with these keys. Only include keys that have been provided. So whatever keys are going to be provided by the user, we are going to include only those here. Then we provide this prompt, which is a slot template in variable, to the LLM chain. We imported from the LangChain, and the model object, that is LLM, and the output keys I'm putting this in the slots key. So why I'm putting in slots key? Because I want to carry on this information. So for that we require output key, and it is a slot. It can be anything, you can name it anything, but it's making sense to put in the slots. Then this chain will be created, which is called slot underscore chain. Let me execute this. The next is to flight booking chain we have to create. So there are primarily two tasks we are performing. Once the user is like choose the flight and just move into the destination city, from there he's going or she is going to book a hotel. So the second chain is the third chain is the hotel booking chain. In the second chain we have the input variables, which is necessary is the name, number of passengers, source, destination, travel date, all those things. So here we want to create a template based on these information, and the template is just a book. Please book a flight ticket for whatever slot we have, the name of slot, number, passenger slot, and the source, destination, travel date. Based on that, provide a flight confirmation message including flight details. So it generates some kind of template. We can define some template if we want. For it's just a demo purpose, so I'm not defining any template, but the LLM is going to define some template based on those field slots, right? So this is the flight booking chain. Then we have the hotel booking chain. Here we need only the destination, check-in date, and number of nights he wants to stay, and then based on that we are providing a template. We want to perform some operations, for example web service call or anything. So the use case for any such kind of projects is to gather all the information from the user, based on that make a transaction. So the gathering of all the useful information is just a crucial step where we don't know user will type all of the things in one go or multiple goes, right? We need to keep asking question until we get all those information or slots which is useful to make a transaction, whether to send a mail of template giving all the details or make a transaction to some web service. Obviously in the real world we are going to make some web service transaction or web service call at the end. That is a separate thing, but for that we are going to do that. Then the fourth thing which is very important is sequential transaction chain. Here we are carry forwarding all of the chains information. So we have two chains, flight chain and the hotel chain. For that we need all the combined slots. Flight chain requires till this point all those things. The hotel chain requires the check-in date, number of nights, also the destination, because the destination is the city where is the hotel is going to book, right? So these are the things we'll be assigning into the two different output variables, because we have two different chains. So we'll assign into the flight booking and hotel booking. Verbose will be true so that we get to know what are the things are there. Then there is a method called utility that update slot function. So uses the slot chain to update the current state with the new detail. What I mean by this, whatever user is going to give us this information will send to the slot chain, the first chain which I showed you earlier, will give us some response that these are the slots I have got from the user input. So user input just what the user is going to type it. Here it is, I'm Akshay planning for hotel booking, something like that. Let's run this. After that we ask the first question, so it will initiate from somewhere. So I have one dictionary which is a state dictionary which will hold the slot values, slot name and value of that slot. So my initial input is, hi, I'm Akshay, I want to plan a country tour, please book a flight for me. Okay, so I just call this this method called update slots, where I'm passing these initial input which is a user query and the state. My initial state is empty because I don't have any slot for now. Then this will return me the current slot. In this case is the name Akshay, which will update into the state dictionary, so it will be updated, right? Let me run this one. So yeah, you can see state after initial input we have the name Akshay here, all of the slots which is not present for now, so which is none. Okay, so user is not restricted to give all the information, user is not aware of that as well. It's our job as a business that we are going to ask all those questions. Now for every use case there will be some required slots. Here it is name, passenger, so I've defined in one variable called required slots. Okay, it can configure by the admin if you have a real use case where you are porting those things, so it can be more complex, as you know. But here I'm showing you some required slots, which is those above we have already discussed. Now we'll check in this whatever we have the state right now, what are the filling information we have already. So this line you can see we are checking whether the state of the slot is not none and slot in required slots both needs to be true. So not none, and for so okay, sorry. So for the required slots, whatever slots we have, let's suppose name comes first. So name will check in the state dictionary whether it is not none. So in that case, name is not none. So definitely this name will not be picking as a missing slot, while for other it is a missing slot. So here we only keep target those one which are missing. So missing will be our ones which we have not taken from the user, and let's print the missing slots as well, so you get the idea. Yeah, so name is already filled up, number of passengers, source, destination, travel date, check-in date, nights are the ones which are not filled till yet. So the question is, I have framed the question, could you please provide your slot? So slot is dynamically on the missing slots. So number of passengers it is asking, right? It is looking more intuitive now. Could you please provide your number of passengers? Let me fill 3. Okay. Now it is asking that could you please provide your source from where you want to go. So updated slots you can see it's updated now. So in that case, source is, let's suppose I'm Delhi. So from Delhi I want to go to Mumbai. So Mumbai I just asked, entered. You can see those details are filling up. Now what is the travel date? So I'm traveling at, let's suppose today is 7th March. Let me put 8th of March. So you can put some check as well for that whether the date is correct or not. It's just a demo purpose, so I'm not putting any kind of check. I'm relying on the user. So it's a 8 March 2025. It is already filled up. Now the check-in date in the hotel. So let's suppose 9th March I'll reach 03 to 025. Now last question is, could you please provide your nights? So let's suppose 2 nights. Okay. Yeah. Now we have all required information has been provided by the user. All the slots has now filled. Let's execute the final chain, which is a combined chain. I already told you about this sequential transitional chain. From the sequential chain, it's from LangChain itself. I imported from the chains, sequential chain, and it takes the chain slots only, chains only. Sorry. So flight chain and hotel chain are the provided, and these are the input variables it is expecting. So it needs to be there, which is already we have taken from the user, right? And it takes only invoke function. The reason is because we have multiple output variables, so it has 2 output variables. So it's always run through invoke method, not run method will help us to run this. So I'm just executing the invoke method. So it creates the template as we asked to LLM to generate a template based on the given input. Okay. Yeah, so you can see this flight confirmation. So dear Akshay, thank you for choosing our airline. So it's from the Delhi to Mumbai on 8th of March 2025. Be pleased to confirm your flight booking for 3 passengers, right? We already all those books, and some of the information he is taken from by himself. So we need to give carefully all those information based on the use case or business scenario. It will be taken care of once it is actually implemented. It's a demo, so there are some information which can be missed up, but all the slots which are provided will be there. So thank you for choosing your hotel, your upcoming stays in Mumbai. The destination is and 2 nights, and this is starting date when I started, the check-in date and check-out time based on the number of days, right? So 11th of March 2025 is my date, right? And so we already provided how many members will be there, right? So 3 passengers will be there, but it is not confirmed the number of guests. So this is just one thing we can make a prompt in such a way for this hotel booking. So it will fill this number of guests as well, whatever number of passengers, based on that it will take number of guests as well. Thank you so much for watching this video.